Now I'm going to start this course with few very basic concepts. Now I already know that there are a lot of people who already have such a good understanding of marketing and they are at the top of the learning curve, but I always feel that there are some portion of the student, around 20-30% student, who know nothing about marketing. And I guess starting from scratch would be a better idea because we will build a strong foundation down the line for everyone. So we'll understand what is marketing. So in simple definition, marketing is a set of process to create value for people and society at large. So marketing is everywhere. No matter the food you will purchase or the web series you have watched or the product you are using it, marketing is everywhere. It is indirectly or directly affecting your purchase behavior. Now, just to give you a perspective, marketing is somewhat also influence your buying decision with the help of some people called influencers. Now, we're going to touch influencers later in this video, but just to give you a perspective, you might have seen a lot of cosmetic product in your Instagram feed, or you might came across this Lionel Messi campaigns of Pepsi and a lot of other sports athlete. So these things really matters a lot as a consumer and as a marketer, but I always will discuss about these things in a very detailed way later in this video. So let's start our journey with very basic thing in marketing, that is demand, wants and need. So we'll understand the difference between demand, wants and need. Now understand what is need. Need is basically the general necessity of a human being. You need food, you need shelter, you need water, you need clothes to survive. These are very basic need for any person who is on the planet. So basically you need a food, you need a shelter, you need water and you need clothes, and that's it. You can survive on these things for your complete life. You do not need anything else apart from these. Then comes the wants. So wants are basically human need which are shaped by society. So for example, if you are traveling in a public transport, you suddenly want a car. That is your want because the society wants to see you in a car, and that's why you're gonna purchase a car. Now we are done with need, we are done with wants. Let's understand what is demand. Demand is basically whatever which you can dream of. So for example, you can afford a Nissan but you really want to have a Tesla, or you want to have a Tesla Model 3 to be very specific. That is your demand in future. So what you perceive is your demand. What you are having and that have some influence from society, that is want. And your basic need is something on which you can survive even if you don't have any job or if you don't have anything else. Because marketing people use a very basic trick, because needs are always there in the market. So marketer always create want for social status. For example, you are traveling in a public transport, you first want a Nissan or a Toyota, and then you'll start switching towards Tesla and Mercedes. Similarly goes with iPhone or OnePlus. You want a OnePlus because everybody is having a smartphone, but you dream of for an iPhone because in future you want an iPhone. That's how want and demand really works. So a person always fluctuate between wants and demand, and a marketer always try to push you higher and higher product. That is a very basic understanding or a very basic way to describe marketing in general. I guess that's a very basic concept. A lot of you already know about this. I'm still covering it because I guess this is something very important. Now, if you really want to jump deeper into this, we have three different type of need. We have existing need, we have latent need, and we have incipient need. Now, incipient need is something which will be fulfilled by Elon Musk in the pandemic which is going on right now. But I guess that's not a topic to discuss in very basic concept. I guess it's better if we discuss existing need, latent need and incipient need maybe later in this course. Now to explain demand, wants and need in a much better way along with the pyramid, we have a very good concept called Maslow hierarchy of needs. At the bottom of the pyramid we have psychological needs, which are basically your basic need. So food, water, shelter, rest, all these are your psychological need. Then we have safety need. So basically we can talk about these things in such a way that if you are earning very less, then you are fulfilling your psychological need. Like you are eating food, you are drinking water, you are taking the rest because you are earning very little. But if you start earning a little more, then you also satisfy your safety needs. For example, then you might look for some locks or some lock and key. Then you might also look for somebody who can take care of you. And if you start earning a little more, then you start building good relationship with people, you start having a good relationship with your partner, you have good friends, because now you can really afford that, because you need to spend some money on your friends, on your relationship. Once you start earning a little more, you'll move up in the hierarchy and you'll start fulfilling your esteem need, which means you now take care of your health, your looks, your prestige, your feeling of accomplishment, and you'll talk about these things as well to other people. Once your salary will increase a little more, then you'll start getting into the stage of self-actualization, which means you'll start doing something creative, something which makes you feel happy from inside, and so on and so forth. So in short, to frame this whole pyramid up, you start from the bottom and you go up in the hierarchy and you start fulfilling your needs with time. But this is not always true. If you have some sort of bad experience in your life, you can go downwards as well. For example, tomorrow if you have a divorce, or if you lost your job due to pandemic, which is going on right now, you might come from top to the bottom. So if you are having a good relationship, you are having a good sense of accomplishment, good feeling and prestige, and if you suddenly lose your job, then you can only fulfill your psychological need. In that situation, you can jump from third to the bottom of the pyramid. Now, Maslow hierarchy of needs is a very basic concept which explains the different stages or the different hierarchy of your needs at a different period of time.